The best way to do great work is to love what you do. Java in 2024. Many of you are confused whether to learn this programming language or any other language in 2024. I will clear all your doubts and provide a potential roadmap and opportunities in this domain. Hi everyone, welcome to Scalar's YouTube channel. I am Soumya, a software engineer and an educator. Before we get into the video, make sure you check out our pre-master classes by industry-leading experts. Link is in the description. Java in 2024. Before we get into the opportunities or whether should you learn this language, first I want to explain you what is Java, because I'm assuming few of you might be from non-tech background or maybe in the first year of your university and you don't know much about this programming language. So Java is relatively high-level language, class-based and object-oriented programming language. It was developed by James Gosling at Sun Microsystems, and it is a first programming language which provides the concept of writing programs that can be executed using the web. And it has been one of the oldest and yet very popular programming language. In our IT industry, if you go and see, the big and heavy softwares are written in this language. I'm not specifically talking about, Android applications, because in that domain, people are gradually shifting from Java to Kotlin. But if we talk about the big heavy softwares which have been in the industry since long, they were purely in Java, right? And this is the introduction to Java. In 2024 as well, this powerful programming language shows no signs of slowing down. It continues to hold its ground. I will show you some statistics, some reports which will help you understand why Java is still so much popular, even though so many new programming languages have come in the IT industry after Java, right? And this is about James Gosling, who is known as the father of Java. He is generally credited as the inventor of the Java programming language. These are a bit theory stuff, but I feel it's very important for you to know these things as well. It doesn't matter if you are expert or you are a newbie. You must know how this programming language was developed, when and by whom, right? He was the first designer of Java and implemented its original compiler and the virtual machine. Now moving ahead, these are some statistics by TIOBE. Now as per this, Java, C++ both are in the top 5 programming languages. It gives us the stats for Jan 2024 and Jan 2023. They have showed which of the programming languages have changed the ranking, etc. Let me help you understand why Python programming language is at number 1 here. So if you are a complete beginner in the programming world, many people will suggest you to get into the coding world using Python programming language, because the syntax of this language is very, very simple. It's like plain English sort of. So it's very easy for you to get into this coding world, right? And that's why many people start with this. And plus there is another reason that Python is heavily used in ML, AI, these stuff, right? That's why it is very commonly and kind of, getting in at rank 1 if you look at different surveys. This one is by TIOP. I'll show you the Stack Overflow developer survey results as well. And moving ahead, if I give you the context of companies, the interview rounds and the programming languages that they prefer. So many times you will see that some of the top companies have 2 most important languages allowed, that is Java and C++. And I have experienced this myself as well in the written DSA rounds or sometimes in the video rounds as well. They don't allow any other language apart from these 2, right? So some of my friends who only knew C and they were kind of looking for internships, etc. in the first and second year. So they faced a lot of issues because in the interview rounds, be it written or video, C programming language was not allowed, right? So it becomes a problem. So make sure like you are picking the industry standard languages. Heavily what I have seen, C++, Java for DSA rounds especially, they are popularly accepted. But if you are starting your career, maybe you can go ahead with Python as well. And to be honest, if your fundamentals is clear now, you will not face any issue in learning a programming language, because programming languages are just about the syntax, right? If you have the concept clear, like, okay, for example, if you know how for loop is written, or any other important concept like do while loop, or different types are there, different topics are there. So if you know in detail how those things are done, then learning a programming language will not be a tough thing. It will just be few of the syntaxes changes here and there, and depending upon if the language is object oriented or class based programming language, so there might be some differences. And moving ahead, talking about the current state of Java programming language, it continues to dominate the programming landscape with a strong presence in various industries. It remains a top choice for building a scalable and secure application. Additionally, Java has evolved to keep up with the modern trends. For example, microservices, which I myself use a lot. I work around this a lot in my company as well, and cloud computing. So I think if you are into Java, if you know this language, you can do a lot many things. Apart from developing simple applications like for Android platform, there are plenty of opportunities. I'll be telling you all the job opportunities, all the domains available inside this. Okay, this is the Stack Overflow developer survey. So here, if you see, JavaScript and HTML CSS are at number 1, and in top 10 we have Java and C++, which are the industry standard language and are heavily asked if you are going for core software engineering role. So why JavaScript and HTML CSS is at number 1? So see, I learned to develop website when I was in school. Like in 8th or 9th class, I knew how to develop website. So this is skill of developing websites, as I said, is a bit easy to get into, and you can make easy money out of this. Like if you know how to develop websites, you can create website for your clients, for your maybe friends, and ask them to pay. So that's why many people learn this skill, and it will help you to develop your own portfolio as well. Like writing code and developing your own portfolio sounds very fancy and good, right? Instead of, there are some quick websites as well using which you can create portfolio. But if you know how to develop websites, it's indeed going to help you. Like in my software engineering internships as well, I have done 2 web development related internships, right? So it's, I would say, a good domain, and that's why so many people prefer and love these languages like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? And moving ahead, now let's talk more about Java and its uses. Where is it used? So 3 billion devices run Java. There are many devices which are running Java currently. It is full-featured and general-purpose programming language that is capable for developing a robust and mission-critical application for these many platforms: desktop application like antiviruses, media players, servers, mobile devices, web applications, the enterprise application like banking application or the business application. Like if you go to withdraw money in the ATM, you would have seen some softwares are there as well, right? So they can be written in Java. And then embedded systems as well, and games, robotics, all of this can be done using this programming language. Java running on the desktop is called as application, and Java running on the internet is called applets, while Java running on the server side is called as servlet. These concepts, these theoretical things are good to know, especially if you are in the IT industry or maybe you aspire to become a software engineer. So I remember these keywords like applets, servlet from my university days. Like in the 3rd year or so, we had Java programming language, and all of these were a complete dedicated chapter, like what is applet, what is servlet, and everything in detail. So Java as a language can do a lot is the summary from this slide, right? So let's discuss in deep what all you can do. So you can develop console-based application, for example, the hardware control program like weather forecasting or automated IoT products, right? And you can also develop a window-based application like channel selection and set-top box tuning software. And you can also do like single PC games. So in your laptops, if you remember, you would be like in school days or maybe college, you'd be playing some games, etc. So those PC games which are done in your PC laptop, those can also be written and developed in Java programming language. Then server-based and network-based applications like WatchGuard or live streaming of videos from CCTV cameras. So if you have seen, CCTV cameras are installed at multiple places and the videos are streamed in some TV screen or some PCs, right? So there as well, internally Java can be used. And then mobile based applications, which we all know, and many developers want to become Android app developer. They start with Java, then they get into Kotlin. And I myself have been loving this domain of the tech world a lot. Then database applications and web-based applications can also be developed using Java, like Google Meet or any live learning, live streaming portal or team viewer. These kind of web-based application which are both client and server side, they can also be created using Java. So if we talk about the evolving trends in Java development, so adopting microservices architecture or integrating cloud computing technologies with Java or embracing the latest technologies like AI, machine learning with the Java programming language can be of immense use. I mean, whatever domain you are into, whatever programming language you are learning, if alongside that you integrate the trending or the new things which are coming in the industry, it will help you a lot, right? For example, if you know how to develop applications and now you see machine learning, AI, they have the capability to do a lot many things, be it via Gen AI thing in which you have to give a prompt, you have to give a text, and using that message or using that command, it can create videos, products, or text for you, right? So we can integrate. We have to see how to combine both the worlds together. The old things, the traditional things which have been in the industry since long, how to make them together with these new stuff. And that's how and where you will be leading the industry. If you know the best of both the worlds, like Java world as well as the new inventions which are coming in. So you will indeed be a good developer, and that's important in our industry that we stay up to date. We know that okay, Gemini API is there or whatever new is coming. I'll be teaching all of these new things as well. Already I have taught you on this channel itself that how machine learning can be integrated with your applications. So it is very significant that you keep yourself up to date. These are the top companies which are using Java, and the list is very long actually. This is a limited set of companies. And talking about opportunities in the Java ecosystem, so it offers a wide range of opportunities for developers. These are the job roles which you can get into: software developer, game programmer, then web apps developer, the full stack developer, desktop apps developer. In our PCs, in our desktop, we have so many apps, right? So they can also be created using Java programming language. And then lastly, mobile application development, which is very popular using Java programming language. So from designing the enterprise level application to developing Android apps, Java remains a versatile and very in-demand programming language even today. Additionally, with the recent rise of IoT or blockchain technologies, Java developers, they can explore how these two can be integrated, right? And yes, by like continuously updating your skills alongside Java and understanding how this can be combined with different domains, you can indeed become a good developer and open up opportunities for you. Now let's talk about the roadmap for Java programming language. Let's say you are a complete beginner and you don't know anything. So first thing, you have to learn the fundamentals. Now, in fundamentals, what all comes in? So first of all, the basic syntax, data type, variables, like data types include integer, float, string, character. So you must be knowing all of this. Conditionals, how functions are created in Java, right? What are loops like for, do while loop, and then exceptional handling, data structures, packages, object-oriented programming, all of this come under fundamental. So first clear your fundamental. For learning, you can follow any resources available on the internet, maybe like articles or YouTube, anywhere, right? And then you can get a bit deeper into this programming language. And by getting deeper, what I mean, you can learn about memory management, connection framework, serialization, networking, sockets. You can understand streams, generics, how JVM, which is Java Virtual Machine, works, garbage collection, and threads, which is a very important concept of Java programming language. I remember in one of my managerial interview rounds where it's not supposed and it's not very mandatory that they will ask you questions, but the manager, he asked me about multi-threading concept in Java. Why? Because it is very important concept, right? And if you are developing softwares, if you are writing code in Java, you must be knowing what is multi-threading. So make your concepts crisp and clear around all of the fundamentals as well as the deeper concepts which I talked about. Now there are build tools as well, like Gradle, Maven, Ant, about which you can understand. So I have been working a lot around Gradle and Maven dependencies and have been like understanding how to, build or productize these tough dependencies as well. Now web frameworks are there like Spring Boot, Play Framework, Quarkus, Spark, and one of the frameworks, like the team is there in which I'm also contributing, the Quarkus team. They are also like Java web framework only, similar to Spring Boot, but I would say better, right? So you can check those things as well. Then there is ORM, JDBC, logging frameworks, and then testing your application, which is also very significant, right? So this is a basic, roadmap for the Java programming language. You can take a screenshot of this page if you want. And moving ahead, you can also do like unit testing, integration testing. For unit testing, JUnit is very popular. So all of this is kind of a crisp roadmap to grasp this programming language. Features of Java include simple, robust, portable, secured, high performance. So you must be knowing basics of these. In interviews, alongside the, questions, they might ask you features like what Java is about, what all features it offers. So multi-threaded, object-oriented programming language, dynamic, integrated, and it is a distributed programming language as well. So if it is in your syllabus or if you are willing to purchase a book, I would highly recommend that, because each of these features have some, a story around it. What is multi-threading? Why like multi-threaded is one of the features of Java. So you will get to read a lot of paragraphs and your theory, your fundamental will become very strong, right? So I highly recommend purchasing some books around it. I myself love grasping some of the programming concept, especially if you are a beginner. Using books is very important, okay? Now let's understand a basic Hello World Java program. So here is a simple program snippet. This is let me mark it what all are keywords. Keywords means you can't change them. You have to use it as it is, and they have a significance in the programming world, in the Java domain. So class is a keyword here, public static is a keyword, void is a keyword, string as well, and this is the sout statement. This is also keyword. Apart from this, all of this, like this is a class name, welcome, you can change it. This is the function name, you can change it. This is the name of the parameter, right? You can take a screenshot of this basic Hello World program if you don't know anything about the Java world. basically when we start writing any code, so like if you drive car, so the very first thing when you go to drive your car, you look where to insert the key, right? So in the same way, when you run the Java program, if you, let's say, are running this Java program, so the compiler will first of all look for the driver, the main function, and it starts the execution from this point, from the main function, which is called as the driver, the most important function of the like Java program. So once it will locate this main function, it will get into the body. This is called the body of the function, and this is the S out statement which it will execute. So we will be getting the output, welcome to Java, if we run this program. Like if you want like dedicated playlist around Java from very basics, so let's write down in the comment, and we will try to bring in those playlists as well, like from starting A to Z about Java, which you must be knowing before getting into problem solving or data structures and algorithms, right? Perfect. Now, future prospects and innovations in Java. So these include advancements in artificial intelligence, machine learning integration, or improved support for IoT devices, enhanced blockchain capabilities, quantum computing. So these are kind of future prospects for Java, where Java can, lead into, like it can do more innovations, etc. in these domains by integrating these things with Java. And implications of Java advancements. So again, the same terminologies like AI, ML, IoT, blockchain, etc. So basically, the conclusion is, if you are learning Java programming language in 2024, it still is a very popular and industry standard language, and it's not a mistake which you will be doing, because if you are targeting product-based companies or the good startups, so they have interview rounds. I myself gave the interview rounds in Java programming language only, and many of the core software engineers or core software engineering intern, the interviews for that as well, they're heavily conducted in Java. So I think it's a good choice to learn, and any programming language or any technology framework is important. It's just about if you are passionate about that domain or not. If you learn anything, be it C++, C, Java, and you put in your heart and mind into learning that language, and you are like, I have to make something out of this, you will indeed do it. All the domains have their own pros and cons. It's not like Java is superior than all the other languages or vice versa, right? So all the languages, all the technologies have their own significance. Learn any of these and follow a proper roadmap, and you will be becoming a very good software engineer. I hope this video was helpful for you. If yes, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to Scalar's YouTube channel for more such insightful content.